I would say I was thinking back to a time when we were in Medjugorje. And when we were there, I think I was relatively new to celebrating life or familiar with.
Yeah.
And I just remember all the teachings between you and Ron talking about the power of prayer and healing. And when we were in Medjugorje, we were all at a restaurant. There was just maybe 5 of us that were at this restaurant.
Yeah.
And this priest comes up to us as a group and he said, would you pray for one of my sisters that's here? She's terminal. Would you pray with her? And I remember I had that moment of, he's talking to us. Oh my God. You know, I was relatively new to prayer and healing and the power of prayer.
Right.
And so, of course, we did. And the woman came up and she was clearly, you could tell she was very ill. She was gray. And she, you know, and so I remember we just, as a small group, and here's the thing, there was no one else in the restaurant except the 5 of us and her priest, no one else. And it was one of those things where it was like, there should be more people here, but there weren't. So it was truly a divine setup. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we prayed over her and people spoke words of health and healing and restoration. And I witnessed her color shifted from gray to like pink. She perked up. She was like a different woman. It was like a Lazarus, you know, that was the word at that time. I remember thinking, oh my God, this is what happened, you know, when Jesus called Lazarus, come out. And that's what happened for this woman. And I never forgot that. That has always stayed with me as, wow, God is so great. The prayers, the decrees, and she shifted and she changed. And to see this happen was so powerful. And for me, it was like, oh, I got to take a deeper dive, you know? And in that moment, I heard God call me, yes, it's time for you to go deeper. It's time for you to now step into this as healing and prayer and experience this power and this prayer, experience how I changed people's hearts. I know my heart was changed in that moment. I was never the same after that. It was so powerful.
I do remember that time with you and our group, but I just remember, I'm just going to share the ending, or at least.
Oh, yes, yes.
Go ahead and say it.
We got in trouble. We got in trouble.
We broke the rule.
We broke the rule, but it was just like something.
That was a God thing. Oh,
that was totally a divine setup.
Yeah.
And everything from that point. And I think God wanted me to see the power of prayer and healing and restoration. And that has stayed with me because I was a doubter. I have to own that was my giant, is I doubted prayer and healing.
Wow.
I didn't have the faith like Daniel, like the song, you know, I didn't have that. And so that for me was so powerful in that moment.
There was that divine setup. You know?
Yes.
We didn't go looking for it. The priest came to us, you know?
Yeah.
I think because we were joyful. I mean, we have the spirit. We recognize spirit, you know?
Yeah.
But it's like, you know, like all organizations, we do have our rules to kind of keep the masses together, which we didn't know until...
we didn't know until later. Yeah.
So,
but that stuck with me, that woman. It's her face still. And just the glow of the spirit and just seeing her so filled with life again.
I agree. Wow.